Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, iPhone, or MP3 player.
I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AwesomeCast. I'm not in control tonight, but I'm still here. Of course, we're back. I'm on the couch. I'm a little bit thrown. Yes.
Yeah, thrown off.
But we want to sing. Is what the couch does, apparently. But we're here. I am Sorg. I'm sure my title's up. I don't know, because I'm not running the show.
Your title's up.
I'm here, and with us, as always, is my trusty co-host, Mr. Rob De La Creta. I keep wanting to play with this going on here.
See?
Yeah.
It's a different environment on the couch.
Yeah.
Rob, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm all right. I'm working alone.
Sounds so
working
sad.
alone all week, and it's weird.
Sounds
really
like
strange.
It sounds like you work in the Despair Factory.
So you're happy to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I was playing with some very cool things today, but building stereoscopic theaters and stuff. So, but you know, spending your whole day alone in a warehouse with nothing but like WYAP, yeah, it'll make you go crazy.
Someone's got to control the kids.
Someone's got tight jeans. Anyways.
Fantastic. And also, behind the board is Chachi.
Oh, wait, I was going to AJ.
So that was coming to you.
I'm
Behind the
not
board. You've been
Chachi.
talking, and
Yeah.
I'm going to
I'm over here.
introduce you.
Right.
He's the general of the AwesomeCast tonight.
Yes, 4-star video
4-star.
game general.
There you go.
And contact details are on the bottom of the screen.
Hey, show him your tattoo. Show him your tattoo. And
Wow.
job offers.
Job offers.
And we're just going to leave it at that.
I'm here too.
Yeah.
And also with us, AJ.
I'm on the couch. I had to move over so Sorg could get the nice seat.
I didn't know this was your spot.
Yeah,
I have
It
no-
sort
I
of
have no
became it, but then...
Wait, you know what? Honestly, though, you are in his seat.
I'm in your seat.
Yeah,
I
because-
I got bumped.
Because when I'm on the
Titles
couch...
can be wrong the rest of the night.
No,
What-
no, we're going to wrap this up.
When I'm on the couch, I have to sit where AJ is.
Yep.
You
I'm
make
sorry.
me. You make
I'm
me
messing
sit
it up.
where AJ is.
I do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. You know what? There's somebody that watches this show from my work that insists that Chachi needs to remain on the couch at all times.
Well,
like-
they're going to get a boatload of
Yeah.
awful
oh, yeah.
today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, he's not on the couch. This episode stinks. I want to hear about it tomorrow. You
Well,
watch.
I mean-
You watch. I bet I will. I'll tweet if I do hear about it. So.
I do make that couch look good.
Dude, the purple makes this couch look good. It is
It really does.
tremendous, isn't that? You
Yo.
like that stuff?
Mm-hmm. This is velour. Mm-hmm. Classy here on the AwesomeCast.
That's good. That's good.
Right.
This messes with me, man, because I keep thinking that screen's going to change to whoever it's on.
It's not.
No. Then you're
No.
always there. I just
Yeah.
think all these monitors are broken.
It
It's really messing with my common sense of video production right now.
really does.
So-
Hey, I'm a professional of the couch. I'm a couch professional.
Do you not like sitting there? Sir?
I have to get used to it. I think I want to kick off my shoes.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to kick off my shoes and get comfortable.
Okay.
Speaking of video production, if you haven't yet been checking out thebaristas.com, they're up to episode 4, and there's a fantastic cameo by Rob De La Creta and myself.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yes, there's right there.
Yeah.
Rob, the angry protester. We have protesters.
my lawn.
I gotta say, I do not agree with the political feelings of my character in that episode.
Get off my lawn. That's what he's
I
saying.
might call somebody a baby killer in the episode.
You do, yeah. That was pretty rough. I was gonna say he's not talking about the coffee thing.
No, not the
oh
coffee
yeah,
thing. No, no.
it's the baby killer thing.
Hey, there's a nice picture of our ceiling.
Yeah.
That's-
The camera is.
There we go.
we go.
Fix Chachi's
Man.
camera there.
There we go.
There we go.
We're good.
There we go. He's getting a little crazy over there. The general's
All right.
AWOL.
Don't call me AWOL.
But yeah, it was interesting. That was, if I'm not mistaken, Rob, that was our first night there on set.
Yeah, I think that was our first night. Yeah.
So-
Get off my lawn.
What the hell?
That's what it looks like he's saying. Rotten kids. All right.
Your music and your
But, yeah,
AwesomeCast.
AwesomeCast. Let's get back to it.
Oh boy.
Enough about us. Let's see what's up in this wonderful Twitch-droid. This is something that you, Shashi, had some issues with.
Oh.
None of us on our iPhones, I think, had a problem.
Oh, I got.
Did you?
No. I have Uber Twitter on my BlackBerry.
Okay.
I was using it's Twidroid.
White droid.
Yes, and I was extremely pissed off.
Because you had
Okay.
to use the official Twitter client, which was mistakes.
Yes.
Here's my beef with this entire situation. They banned these two apps. Uber Twitter clearly for quote-unquote copyright infringement.
Right.
So, okay, I get that one. Twidroid they banned because it was changing DMs. So did EchoPhone. EchoPhone actually got banned on the iPhone for a very, very, very short period of time because they were changing DMs so that whenever you DM'd somebody, it went through their URL shortener instead of any of the other ones. And it was allowing you to do things longer than 140 characters.
I've seen those, and they're really annoying. A lot of people like I think Kevin Smith uses them. A lot of the celebrities use them that don't understand Twitter's for 140 characters.
Right.
Well,
this is only for DMs.
Okay.
This wasn't for the public timeline, not for replies.
Okay.
This is only for DMs. But I thought, and this is kind of hypocritical of me. I love Apple, and this was an Apple-like ban. This was an Apple move.
It would have been an Apple move if they hadn't been talking to them since April.
Yeah, that's true. They have been talking to them, and then they said, "Okay, we're done here." And
they clearly violated terms of service, whether it was convenient or not. Gave them months of notice and said, "Hey, seriously, no, really, knock it off," and then they didn't listen. So like, all right, sorry, you gave us no choice, and they pulled the plug.
And wasn't there one interview with the CEO of Uber Media, which a company that has Uber in their name has to be great?
Yeah, I think that's a guarantee.
Yeah, I think there was an interview with him at one point where he was like, "Oh, we didn't know what there was any problem."
Yeah.
I mean, that was a quote I heard secondhand, but I don't know. But
well, I think that the other issue here is that what I found incredibly interesting is the way that they offered the official client, the official like Twitter for Android, like, oh hey, do you want to use Twitter and you're using Uber Twitter? Yeah, that stinks. Here's the official client. Like they're going, like they were trying to go around the third party.
So it's like they use the third party as like a marketing scheme for their own client.
Right, and then as soon as they got through to it, or as soon as they got through, they went, oh yeah, no, here's the official client if you want to use that.
Are there ads being used to an extent in the official client yet?
No.
I mean, aside from like, honestly, the only place I see sponsored tweets is when I'm logged in and it's on the right there.
Right.
And in Hootsuite, because I think Twitter is actually doing something with Hootsuite, which is interesting since I pay $6 a month for Hootsuite.
You pay a monthly subscription for that?
Yeah, it's a for higher end Twitter users with like 20 accounts like I have. So what? Are you?
No. I'm just going to create another web service that does the exact same thing, and I'm going to charge you $4.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And
I'll
I'm
be
gonna make
in.
a crap load of money. I refuse to. I refuse to pay a monthly fee.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
and I have been too. I didn't even like buying a Twitter client until I had that many stuff for clients. And there's a lot of features in there. Like if you can tell me an app where I can have about 20 Twitter accounts. I mean, this is probably an overblown number. About 10 Facebook fan pages. And a LinkedIn, and hell, a MySpace if I'm feeling froggy. And I can schedule tweets. There's a lot of
yeah.
stuff
I mean,
like
there's clearly functionality there, but I think a monthly subscription fee seems weird to me.
Yeah,
because I'm thinking of like, oh, I paid.
It's Twitter. It's free. I know.
It's the free service, and then there's the, all the other things go along with it.
I never paid for Twitterific or anything like that.
Yeah.
I loved Twitterific back in the day. When I had only like 5 accounts. And, I kind of grew up with it. I was introduced to it at PodCamp. And finally it was like, I have a client that I have to do this with, and it's nice to be able to schedule those out since I only work for them a day a week. So, there you go.
Hey, Rob.
Yep.
What Twitter client do you use?
I use Twitter all around on the iPhone and on the iPad.
The actual client or the web page?
The actual client.
Oh, okay.
The one thing I like both apps, The one major issue I have is you cannot. The only way you can retweet with comments is quoting a tweet, and that drives me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see,
I go old school.
I have
Straight up,
that. I have that ability on Twidroid. And the thing that upsets me the most about this entire situation is that they sent Twitter themselves sent tweets to those clients only saying, yeah, we kind of shut this off, so if you want to continue using Twitter, hit up our app, because it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and I got that tweet today when I just logged in with it because I was sitting in a meeting and I didn't want to look completely conspicuous.
Right.
But yeah, I noticed that. I was like, really?
Only to those clients.
Really? It was just kind of blew my mind that the only way that I could do that sort of thing was they only sent it to those clients. They didn't send it to those people. And what I thought was hilarious is that those companies couldn't send a tweet to their users saying, "Hey, this is now available again."
Right.
That sort of thing was.
And it came back Sunday night.
Yeah.
Because I remember you sitting here while we were watching the pay-per-view Sunday night. And we're like, "Hey, I have my Twidroid again."
Yeah.
So
I mean, I gave it a shot. I'm not gonna lie. Twitter said, you know what, you can't use this anymore because they violated us. So,
it sounds so bad.
I know. Go ahead and try the Twitter app that we have already on your device, and you can still send us tweets.
Wait, already on your device?
Yeah, it came on my device.
No, that's not for all the Android devices.
No.
That's
it came
specifically on your G2.
Yeah, it came on my G2. So I'm like, all right, I've never touched this because I bought the Twidroid app so I can have it ad-free. And to date, it's the only app that I've paid for.
Yeah, I've paid for a great deal of apps on my iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
But, so, I kind of felt ripped off. Like, I was sitting there, I was using my software, and then they're like, no, not anymore. And then they made me use...
It wasn't their choice. Now, I've been jilted. I've talked about before how I've been jilted by programs like Orb, where I dropped my $5, not going for the more expensive one, and then they dropped support for it, so I couldn't get it back again, and I had to. Luckily Apple refunded it, and I bought the more expensive one.
Right.
I don't even use that anymore.
But it did give me an opportunity to use a different Twitter client. I used TweetDeck for the weekend.
Yeah.
Which it was okay, but it didn't have all the functionality that I was used to.
Yeah, like I've used almost. I mean, I quite a bit of the iOS Twitter apps. I tend to try, like, anytime there's like, oh yeah, check this new one out, I go get it. I'll try and get the free version. I haven't paid for any of them that I've been completely upset about. The only one that I did was, I think, Osphora, like back in the day. And I liked Osphora, but after a while I started using Echophone, and I love the friend picker. Whenever you start typing a username and it pops up and says, "Here's some of the ones that you're trying to type."
Oh, I've started noticing that with especially on the iPhone, iPad apps with Hootsuite. Oh, that's a nice feature.
Yeah,
nice feature.
I have that.
Speaking of Apple,
Speaking of Apple,
they caused quite a stir this week.
Kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle when they rolled out their subscription feature. And I'm sure
You're right, Rob.
Rob,
Okay.
Well, that's all Rob thinks of this one.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with this, Rob?
Hold on.
Are you okay?
Wow.
He's seriously dying.
Wow. It happens. I actually don't really have a problem with this because of the a lot of people are pretty upset about it because it is, maybe it's an antitrust thing. Brr, brr, brr. Not really, because they don't have that much market share, and the only reason they don't have much competition right now is because Honeycomb hasn't really taken full speed yet. So,
well, and that's what's looking to save them in Europe right now. Europe started, or the FTC of Europe, I forget what it's called, started looking into this, and they're getting saved by the fact that there's a mountain of Android tablets and the HP touchpad and all that other stuff that's coming out very, very soon that is going to provide that much more competition in the marketplace. So basically, Apple should be thanking Android right now. But the one that I thought was the really interesting one was the purported Steve Jobs email, where somebody emailed him and said, "Hey, I'm an iOS developer and apps offering subscriptions. I'm concerned with this App Store guideline. How does this affect software as a service companies like Netflix and Salesforce,
Pandora, Last.fm,
Last.fm, those sorts of things?" And the difference here is that Steve Jobs is referring to the apps in question. Those are software as a service apps. He says that the only thing that will be forced to use the subscription rules are quote unquote publishing apps.
So we're talking about the magazines.
They're talking the Daily.
So the Last FMs, the issue for like Pandora and Last FM, their profits are supposedly so slim that 30% are done.
Yeah.
So especially it's been Pandora's come out and said with what they pay in fees for acquiring, I think they said about 45% of their gross last year went to acquiring new music.
Yeah.
So and they've said before that with those fees that they can't expect to stay in business in a few years.
Right. And I think that they the question came up, and somebody emailed Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs came back and said, "We created subscriptions for publishing apps, not software as a service apps." So the publishers are getting hosed. The the software as a service like Pandora, Spotify, and all these other apps aren't going to get screwed. Mm-hmm. I think the publishers have legitimate beef where, what Apple said, and I don't think it's completely out of control, they said, hey, if you want to offer subscriptions, that's cool. You also have to offer it in your app as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now,
and for the same prices.
Yeah, and for the same prices. So if you're offering a year subscription for $20 outside of the app, you have to offer it for $20 inside the app. But Apple is going to get $6 of that $20 because of the iTunes App Store guidelines and how much Apple gets their cut. Mm-hmm. But I think that I think the fact that you can still offer it outside and still get it outside, I would just say if I'm a publisher, say, hey, you want to save money?
Yeah. Well, no, it won't be the user saving money.
No, the user won't save any money because it has to be the same price outside the store.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm wired. It's $12 paper, and it's $12 for. I think the only argument you can make here is they're making that $12, and they're paying all these fees for the paper edition. What cut of that is going into that? I mean, I think that's the only math that works as far as this argument goes.
But the other thing to look at is that like a lot of these services only have a Ice Cube's chance in hell of getting subscribers because of how easy it would be to get subscriptions through the Apple service.
Do you think that's... Well, what about these ones...
If your peanut butter isn't on the shelf, I'm not going to buy it.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Peanut butter.
Snap.
Man. Man.
He went there.
I raise your peanut butter. And
that's really why did iTunes revolutionize the way that we access music and how much music is bought? Because it was easy.
Well, what about, I don't know, I don't know if there was any discussion on this, but what about services, say, I get my Wired subscription, and the Apple subscription's all-inclusive. But
what do you mean?
I get my paper subscription for Wired or Popular Mechanics or whatever, and they're like, okay, and here's your code for your access for the online version. Do they get that 30% only when they hit that button in the app?
As far as I know, yeah. It has to be in the app, and they can't, the other rule is that you can't drive the user outside of the app. Like, you can't take them to your website to sign up for it.
Okay, yeah, you can't be in the app, take them there, and do that. And the other thing is Kindle. What's going to happen to them? And I don't think this affects them. If it doesn't affect the software as a service stuff, I don't think it's not going to affect
Kindle. Well, the Sony e-reader got bounced out for that reason.
Yeah, they were trying to do a workaround there, but I think.
But I think they were trying to direct users outside.
Yeah.
To sign.
Yeah.
Well, the issue here is that you're not buying books. Mm-hmm. These are services that are a subscription based versus
people kind of went crazy with
the
story and started applying it every which way to anybody making money outside of app sales, which was weird. Like books. It's like, wait, why are we talking about Kindle all of a sudden? Because isn't it because of the you can't bounce them out to the thing? Look, that's exactly what Kindle does.
Yeah, it's the same. If you're going to do it, if you're not going to do it to Netflix, you can't do it to Kindle.
Yeah,
because Kindle is a software as a service.
I don't think you're going to see that happen. So this is between Apple and the Wires and the New York Times and the dailies of the world. That's what this is. And we'll see where it goes from then. Now also here in the rundown, Google's 10% counter.
Yeah,
for their
Google came back
Pass.
and said, "Hey, what's going on? Hi, we're Google."
Then
One
again,
Pass.
Google isn't selling nearly as much for apps to begin with. So,
but this is their version for Android too.
Mm-hmm.
It's web based, but it's still going to be. This is how they're getting their cut on the Android side. It works in web-based clients, allows publishers to reach users on multiple platforms with a single solution. It provides a single interface where they can access and manage all of their digital newspaper, magazine, and other content subscriptions. But Google gives publishers much more freedom with regard to pricing models and flexibility. They will be able to give free or reduced subscription to paid print subscribers and can even utilize a freemium model if they so desire. And the best part about the Google One Pass of all is that by default they're going to give your information to the publishers.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Because I guess Apple retains all the information.
Yeah,
not the publishers.
Yeah, the publishers don't get crap if you go through Apple for the subscription.
Yep.
And that's what the publishers want. They want your info. They want to know where you live. They want to know how much you spend. They want to know what you have.
That's how they get the demo for those ads that they sell every month.
Right.
So
well, it's not only that, but they know how much advertising to put in that area. And when it comes down to it, that's where they're getting their money.
Yeah. They're not getting it from the $10 subscription you pay a year for Wire.
Exactly.
No.
It's that address and name box that you fill out on the subscription card.
That's what they care about.
Yep. So if you put a Johnny Potsmoker in there,
they're going to send it to Johnny Potsmoker at your address.
Right.
So
they don't care who you are. They just want a basic idea.
And there's these lists. I wonder if how many of these publishers do sell those names.
Oh yeah, they have the giant list.
Yeah.
You know why they call it the Publishers Clearinghouse? Because that's where all your info is. Ed McMahon wasn't giving you money for free for no damn reason.
There's a big check that is 1/10 of what we paid or what we made off that information that we got from your magazine subscriptions, sucker.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Kindle syncs your library into the app. You could buy your book on the app
store.
on the store, on your iPhone, on your Android, and it crosses over. Same with Audible. I have Audible, and I buy stuff and it downloads onto my.
And they sponsor the show.
Well,
thanks, Audible.
They affiliate, and it's great. And
Affiliate.
Pull up and hit that up. Get your free audiobook at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media.
Boom.
What up? Ad. End ad.
Not only do I like them as affiliate, I'm also a client.
He is. He sends me books all the time. He's like, here, you gotta listen to
It's
this.
reading with your ears.
It's good stuff.
War for Late Night. Very exciting so far.
So
Rob, were you saying something?
Yes, Rob was saying something.
Was I?
You need to say something, Rob.
I need to.
We need input for you on this.
Yes.
I don't even remember what we were talking.
Maybe he's a little flustered.
Do you want us to move on, Rob?
I think we've beat the subscription horse. I mean, really, like you said at the beginning, a lot of people made a huge deal out of this, and it's more.
Yeah.
It's news, sure, but it's not big news. If it would be big news if Android didn't exist, but Android does exist. So there are other places to buy your peanut butter. Get over it, move on.
Oh man, I still like that saying.
But I like my.
That's the
peanut
show
butter.
title.
I like my peanut butter crunchy.
Mm.
I like it. I like it easily downloadable. I don't like my peanut butter with multitasking issues.
Whoa, wait.
Where are you downloading peanut butter from?
Wait, hold up. Hold
Did I stop getting it from Aldi's?
Yes.
Hold
Not
up.
bad.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that Android has multitasking issues?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
'Cause, wait.
There are many kinds of peanuts in there.
Wait, 'cause look.
And they don't all agree with each other.
Look at this.
man.
So what are you doing? Oh, you're on a G2. Look
That's
here.
all-
They
that's
can't
all I have
see that.
open.
They can't see that.
I know.
They
Here.
can't see
Show
that.
the kids.
I'm going back to the Cricket users
Look,
that we talked about before.
that's my multitasking menu.
There it is.
Yeah, that's how easy it is. I hold that home button for 2 seconds. That pops up and says, "What app do you want to use that you already have open, sir?"
Anyway.
And it says,
Anyways, you know who doesn't have multitasking issues?
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Hold on, I gotta show the picture for this that they used.
I'm very excited about this.
I would just
By
like.
the way, the company that kicked in half of the money to build this statue.
Really? One company? I didn't hear about that.
Well,
That's
okay,
what the article is. Read the article.
So here's what happened. Somebody said, "Hey, somebody should pull." Philadelphia has a Rocky statue.
Yeah.
Detroit needs a RoboCop statue.
We got
So somebody.
I would just like
somebody
to state.
created-
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would just like to state that for the record, Philadelphia took down the Rocky statue.
What?
I'm not kidding you. They took down the Rocky statue.
Yo, Ed Rendell needs to get punched in the face.
That's why if you watch,
blaming him.
and I'm sorry to suggest this to you, but if you watch the latest Rocky movie, and they jog to the top of the steps, the statue is no longer there.
Bull.
Stupid.
They
Bull.
took it down.
Anyways, so now Detroit's gonna have one up on Philly because they're gonna have an awesome statue that Philly doesn't have anymore. Somebody sent a tweet to Detroit's mayor and suggested that there be a RoboCop statue erected in Detroit, and the mayor of Detroit said, "No thanks. Thanks for the idea, but no thanks." So somebody said, "Okay, that's cool. We'll just do it ourselves." So they started a Kickstarter campaign.
Okay.
And tried to raise $25,000.
50. No, they were. The goal was 50.
Was the goal originally 50?
Let's see. I have it up right here.
It's
I just checked on that statue. It's still there.
Is it? Because
yeah.
I knew at one time they were talking about taking it down. And
It's
I thought they
located
had
at the
taken it
bottom right of the steps.
down. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe they moved
Alright,
it.
Camera tricks. So, okay, at DetroitNeedsRobocop.com, you will find these numbers.
Yeah, it
Right.
has 50,000 plus has been raised for the project.
So
Well,
they-
they're
so
up
they-
to 61,838.
I believe the original goal when it first came out was 25,000,
Okay.
and then a company called Omni Consumer Products, which was the evil conglomerate in the RoboCop movies, right? That was founded by some guy who loved the idea and actually named his company this. Kicked in the extra 25 to
Okay.
get it to 50. Now, the company, Omni Consumer Products, makes real products out of movie products. That's their actual company thing. Like, have you guys ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
Yeah, they make Rondo. They actually made Rondo.
That's
I
funny.
think I've heard of this company. Yeah, okay.
So this guy...
Like, don't they also make, was that Slurm or something that was in,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all the,
Futurama.
oh yeah, there's that, and all the products from, the J.J. Abrams stuff.
Yeah.
Like the stuff from Lost that you see.
Yeah.
Like all the brands.
Yeah,
So they make all the products for TV.
Yeah.
Well, they make...
But they actually make them.
They make
No,
them and
that's
sell
right.
them to the general public.
Yeah.
So this guy who was there, who owns the company, said, "All right, if you guys raise 25, I'll kick in the other 25. We'll get this thing fully funded." And there's a guy who worked on the original movie who, for the last 5 years, I guess, has been rebuilding the RoboCop armor as it was in the movie to put it in a museum, and they're going to use that to cast the statue.
Okay. Here, it's fine, all right? I'm not against this project at all.
No.
Because I think there should be a RoboCop statue in Detroit, just like there should be a Rocky statue in Philadelphia.
At least the
There should probably be Ninja Turtle statues in New York.
Just to throw out there, I believe part of first RoboCop was filmed here in Pittsburgh.
Really?
I believe so. I think I've seen that on the list
Okay.
before.
Anyhow, if Detroit has already said no to the statue, there are still problems with the statue being built.
Actually, there's not problems because according to the Kickstarter page, there is a place that has donated their property.
Yeah, they donated it, so it's on
statue.
private. It's on
Okay,
private property.
that's
Yes.
fine then.
Yeah.
I didn't read the article. I was just excited
That would
about.
be the Imagination Station Detroit,
Yeah.
which I believe is near their airport.
Oh, okay.
It really
no,
is.
it's fine.
It's like 15 minutes from the airport. And if I ever get the chance to go back and do some work in Detroit, you can best believe I'm going to get myself a picture with the RoboCop statue.
Yes. This is
It was just one of those things that the city of Detroit still had some say in, and technically they still have some say in it, because if it's big and obtrusive, then the city can be like,
But if we're
"What are
talking
you
about
doing?"
molding it from that
Yeah,
armor, it's
right.
going to be life size. This is not going to be gaudy.
right.
It's like, look, here's RoboCop, and it's an attraction.
Right? No, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
pointing out the problems that
Well,
they
they
could
have,
have.
they have as much say in it as a community has say in a Walmart being put in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like if they want to throw a town hall meeting and say, we don't want to be represented by RoboCop in our fair city.
Who
of Detroit.
doesn't want to be
I mean, come on,
represented by?
Let's say Detroit has a lot bigger problems than RoboCop.
Not according to Chrysler. Just throwing that out
Oh man!
Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, so RoboCop.
So
in
there you
Detroit.
go.
Awesome
RoboCop,
times.
something you can do in Detroit, hopefully in the near future. Moving on.
there. Moving on.
I lost. Did somebody change this?
I got it. No,
Did somebody change
I'm
this?
I'm picking through the stuff we've already done. Keeping it
Are you like manually deleting as we go?
Yeah.
It's messing with me.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
went back and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, okay, that answers some questions then,
All right,
because I
at least-
reloaded the page and half the stuff was gone.
I thought I went to a different page.
No, thank you, Rob.
Maybe if we just put a strike through.
Yeah.
No, I like Rob's system. It just threw me off, and now that I know he's doing it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we're all right now.
Yeah.
Handy for show notes.
So this the gamer budgets, people are now spending more money on games. The issue is that they're for the big gamer companies like EA and all that other stuff is that they're all spending it on their phones.
Yes. I just bought Street Fighter 4 on my iPhone for 99 cents the other day.
Not this
Exactly.
guy.
Pretty tremendous.
But yeah, the idea is that gamers are now willing to spend money, but they're not spending it on the big consoles. They're not spending $60 for like Call of Duty, even though Call of Duty sold a
I'll tell you
crap load of copies. And,
Yeah.
And whoever makes that, or it's Treyarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Treyarch Media, who used to be
They did.
part of Activision or whatever it was.
Well,
Yeah, they
let
make
me
a crap load of money again.
let me pose this to you then.
Go ahead, gamer hero.
So, the article states that the gamers have spent more money for games for their phones.
Yeah.
Do you think that poses the issue to the major console companies, Xbox, Sony, and Nintendo, to drop the prices of their consoles and or physical discs?
If they started seeing a drop in sales, yeah, you better believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the problem is...
Do you think this is...
I think more important, what this means is... Because, there's been comments recently that are like, God, we hope there's not a PlayStation 4 coming out soon because we can't afford the budget for it because it's already in the millions.
Right.
For to make those fancy graphics and all those high production values and Call of Duty and all that stuff.
I don't know what Rob's laughing at, but it was funny.
But you go to let's see, we got lower margins. We can put a 5-man team together and make the new NBA Jam and sell for $5, and we're going to make money. It's going to take more sales, but we're going to make more margins.
Well, that's what Chilla said. Chilla said Xbox was putting games on the phones.
Yeah, there you
To
go.
compete.
I mean, Microsoft's already starting to cross over with the phones. We talked about last week about the PlayStation phone. Now with tablet, we have in the rundown maybe a little later. I think that goes hand in hand with this actually. That you see the PlayStation PSP Go
Right.
was a look into this direction. It's with this economy, everybody wants a cheaper solution, and there's more parents buying their kids iPod Touches so they can buy them 99-cent or free games than a Nintendo 3DS. That's going to give them all headaches and make them all blind by the time they're 13 anyways.
Well, here the other thing that I don't see represented in this article is the different how much the companies were making. How many copies of full games?
Wow, that is loud, Rob.
Sorry, that was a door.
Obviously.
How much? How
Was
much
Jenny
of that
home?
money is,
Yes, Jenny's home.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey!
Everybody says hi.
So, how much of that money is being spent on full video games like Call of Duty, at $60 a pop, versus how much is getting spent on Angry Birds at $1 a pop? Are the big companies really seeing a hit in their sales because people don't want to buy the big games and they want to buy the mobile games? I'm far more interested in buying a game when it's $1. I don't care if it's $1.
everyone
Whatever,
is.
it's fine.
Everyone is far more interested in paying $1 for their
Or
games.
even $5.
Right.
But, especially when playing it or paying $60 at a time and playing it on a big screen is a different story. I'd like to see if that actually happens. if those numbers are that big.
This is an interesting point from Chill in the chat room along with this. He says there's a bank that figured out that if they get college students to sign up for accounts, they have a 95% retention. Apple's doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah. By the way, thanks, PNC, for never kicking me off of my student account. I still have mine. I've been out of school for 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, people, because they know I still have my money in PNC. They don't care that I have a student account.
Okay,
on there.
wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Listen, Chill it. You make a great point, all right? But it is far more complicated to switch banks than it is to switch gaming platforms.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that.
I don't know.
So-
have you switched from an iPhone to an Android platform?
Wow, why are you so hateful tonight?
I don't know, man.
You're on the couch and now you're hateful.
Wow.
I'm angry, man.
Why do you keep riding?
I mean, you consider the grand scheme of things. It is a lot easier to switch bank accounts than it is to switch mobile platforms.
Give me my money. Here's my money.
I mean, like once you invest in an iPhone, it means you bought like a bunch of apps. You have a 2-year contract unless you have $1 million. And so you're stuck with that. If you want an alternative, you have to get out of that. I could walk up to PNC, tomorrow morning when they open at inconvenient hours, and say, sorry guys, closing out, want all my money by the end of the week, and then I could walk down to another bank and pick up a new bank.
I see here, okay, so whoever did this,
Okay,
Nielsen,
but you're not.
I found the charts.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So we have 2010 versus 2009. Video games, controllers, rentals, subscriptions, downloads, etc. Down from 9.3% to 8.5%. And cellular phone-related entertainment, i.e. not making or receiving calls, such as texting, downloading logos / ringtones, apps, accessing the internet, etc., is up from 5.3% to 7.4%. Now, that definitely shows a difference, but that's not telling me, are the companies seeing an actual dollar hit?
Right.
You know, is Activision seeing a hit that people aren't buying the latest version of whatever game they sell because they're buying Angry Birds?
Okay, but
You know,
also included in that category is ringtones.
yep.
So that's all of the mobile purchases clumped together.
Yeah.
That's not games. And, alright, and while, Rob, you had a very valid point, the thing that you're not taking into account is the fact that along with switching banks and bank accounts, you have to think that it takes time for a bank to send you a new debit card, new checks.
No, it's actually like
He's not even listening to
He's
me.
not even
Wow.
listening.
He says
wow.
I'm going to walk away
By the
from
way,
this
hey,
conversation.
bye.
Wow. Alright, moving on, I guess.
Yeah, jeez.
Man.
Who buys ringtones? Everybody's still out there with a flip phone. They exist.
Man.
Apple maintains their lead in mobile app store revenues.
That hurts my feelings. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on this. I'm going to be stuck on this for a while.
We'll have a Twitter conversation about this.
Hey, Rob.
So we'll keep going.
No,
We'll
he's
keep
on
it
the
going.
phone.
He's gone.
He took a phone call and
We
walked away.
need Rob. We need Rob to have a kind of like, or anybody else that Skypes in for the show to have a be right back, kind of placard that pops up there.
Man,
Okay.
Rob, you
Chilla.
tripping.
They give you starter checks. Fair enough. All right. No, I'm not.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
it's not as easy to change banks as everyone's making it out to
I'm
be.
just saying, you're hanging on to this a lot harder than I did my peanut butter analogy.
But this is a valid discussion.
Oh, wow.
Where you buy your peanut butter.
Man, AwesomeCast episode 39. Everybody's hateful.
Awesome. Spike
Chill it.
cast.
Okay, they give you
Spikecast.
starter checks. That's fine. When's the last time you've used a check?
You'd be stunned.
You used one yesterday, didn't
No,
you?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't. I just know people who refuse to get rid of checks.
Oh, dude,
And
yeah.
remember,
I'm always stuck behind them in line at Coons.
Again here, I want to remind everybody, the AwesomeCast is minority driven.
No.
We're not the majority. Not everybody does everything online and does everything the
A lot
easy
of
way.
them. I mean,
People have been
you
pushed
don't-
that
you
way.
don't
I'm
see
just
it-
saying.
You don't see it much here in the city, but go back home to the boondocks, Chachi.
I
yeah.
don't
Hey.
want to go home.
Exactly.
To the
That's,
boonies?
that's why I don't.
Yeah, the three of us all grew up in rural Pennsylvania. So I think we all.
That's why we're here.
Sword.
That's all why we're in
When's
this
the
group.
last time I left Pittsburgh to go there?
Yeah, there you go.
It has seriously been 2+ years
There is a major crack problem up there.
since I have
Anyways,
gone home.
Well, let's talk about things that aren't hateful. And hey, you ready to slam it in Sorg's mouth? You ready to slam it? Huh? You ready to just punch him in his mouth with this one?
Where are we going?
Really? This one? Okay, all right.
Apple maintains its lead in mobile app store revenues, but its share is shrinking fast.
There's more phones, but still, they're okay. Now, yeah, okay, oh, great. They're great. They're gaining. They dropped the whole from 92 to 82%. Okay, of Apple app stores. But again, how many Android phones are out there? More than iPhone, right?
Yeah.
That's still. How much stuff have you bought on your phone there, Chachi?
One app.
Hey, hello, $30 app I bought on here.
Stupid log me in. Dear log me in. Cut your prices,
Oh,
you
God.
jerks.
I still use the free for the rest of it. I know companies that use the free still.
Oh yeah. No, I totally use the free for all like my family and friends. Log me in is a great service. Don't charge me $30 for your app, you jerks.
Right.
Give me 10. I'll pay 10. I'll pay 15, not 30. I'm not breaking 20.
I could.
Let me just
I'm not breaking
clarify.
a Jackson for that one.
Yeah, let me just clarify, all right, that I would buy more apps if the apps that I wanted to buy were presented to me, number one, ad-free, and number two, if an ad-free version was available. Just
Okay.
like I
Okay.
bought
Okay.
Twidroid. I used it for a month.
So,
I liked it.
I know you've expressed that you're Angry Birds. You would pay the 99 cents for the ads to go away, but it's not offered.
Right. I would buy the apps. Yeah, we'll talk.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Let's
have.
talk about it now.
I,
Really?
right.
Then yeah, exactly. Why buy the app?
Exactly.
If I'm gonna have to put up with ads, I'm not buying the app.
I don't have the option to. There's
Oh,
there's
yeah,
not
that's what he's saying.
there's not a pay version available to me.
Oh, that's hateful.
Like I have Angry Birds, it costs me nothing.
But there's not enough pay versions of other things available to you.
Exactly.
Do you have Madden? What we were saying, like
No,
like
I don't.
EA games, like
Actually, I
bought
can buy Need for Speed if I wanted
Need
to.
for Speed, The Sims. You said not Mirror's Edge that's on my phone and my iPad. Not Madden that I have for my iPad. You know, not like a giant like when EA has a 99-cent sale. It is a list of stuff that they have available, and it is not present on the Android. Then if EA hasn't jumped on board strong enough, then there's a problem. You know,
Because EA loves money.
yeah, EA will put those games on everything. EA was and still is big on putting them on as many of those flip phones as they can.
Oh yeah.
Sign up for that mobile or go to EA Mobile and you'll see The Sims for.
I can buy The Sims also.
For the Android, yeah. But everybody can buy The Sims for everything.
Are you laughing at me, Rob?
No, my cats are chasing each other.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure you can buy The Sims for a Wonder Swan.
I'm just basically what I'm saying, Android and Android producers. If you present me a pay app of something that I already use and love, chances are I'm gonna pull out my wallet for you.
Put more pay apps in there in general.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I mean that the fact
There's
that
no
there's
support.
the free version has ads,
Right.
and the pay version has ads. That is the dumbest thing I've heard of in a very long time.
No, the pay version doesn't have ads.
Oh, okay.
No, he said he was presented with a pay version without the ads, and he went for it because he
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, I'll take the."
Well,
one
yeah,
without
that's
the
what I'm
ads.
saying. There
Yeah.
are like ads in paid
Well,
versions
even-
of apps.
Do you
That's
have?
what you were saying.
No.
Oh.
I have, when we were talking about Angry Birds, what I said was there's ads in my version of Angry Birds,
Yeah.
but it didn't cost me anything.
Right.
And the option to buy an ad-free version doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Right. It seriously is. If you present to me an app and I use it for long enough and I said, you know what, I like this, but that ad is getting in my way.
Done.
That's a market right there.
Right, and that's how a lot of the paid for apps in the App Store for the iPhone get their customers. They get the
Words
free
with
app.
Words,
Words with Friends,
which now you have.
Echo
Welcome. I can play
Right.
with my Android friends.
And you know what?
Echo
I don't.
Phone, same thing.
Yeah.
They did that originally. They put out a free version or that had ads in it, and if you didn't want the ads anymore, you just bought it and you were done, and you
Right.
could move on with your life.
I would.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that I mean, if you still look at these numbers, I mean, Apple pulled down the Google Android market went from $11 million in 2009 to $102 million in 2010. The App Store.
Let's see if I can bring this up for the chat.
The Apple App Store went
There we
from
go.
$769 million to $1.7 billion.
I don't know how readable that is.
Like they still had a giant. They still had 100% growth, but Android went from nothing to something. But when through the Google Android market, everybody talks about how Android is the next wave. Android is this huge thing, and the Nokia Ovi store is still beating you in overall sales. That tells me something about your market.
That goes back down to, again, the Cricket people are a lot of that percentage that don't have your G1 doesn't run Angry Birds. They're talking about, I don't know if they released it yet, about an Angry Birds Lite version for the Android that will run on these underpowered phones that they're still releasing.
Yeah.
For case in point, my mom gave me a list of phones, as she usually does when she's up on her contract on AT&T, and I was surprised to find that there was like 2 or 3 Android phones from Motorola I'd never heard of before.
They'll put Android on anything.
Yeah. But they were all underpowered phones.
Right.
I have a feeling if she would have gotten any of them, she would not be able to do as much. But it's like she's not a gamer, so she wouldn't be buying Angry Birds. Well, maybe she would actually. I got my 88-year-old grandmother to play Angry Birds over the weekend. So, but it's a lot of those, and they're not gonna. This is the woman that had that little puck slide up Motorola device. That pretty much looks like a BlackBerry and has the mini keyboard kind of thing. And
right.
She has her Facebook and I think MySpace was on it. And that's all she's going to do on these Android devices. And I think a lot of people, because there are cheap Android devices, are moving from that to the other, don't know they have access to this whole world of apps because they're used to being on where AT&T charges for every app on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole different ecosystem. And I think a lot of the layman person out there is not converting over, whereas, of course, Apple is usually somebody that's a little more into the ecosystem of it, and has the expendable income and see, those ads. I mean, how many ads do you see like they do for Apple where they're like, hey, look at all the things the iPad and the iPhone can do. Here's these games. Here's this. Here's this. Who's doing that for Android?
Nobody.
Closest you have is whatever's coming out for Sprint or Verizon where hey, we're Droid. Your phone's going to kill you and we have apps. A Sprint, we got this cute little robot, and look at all the stuff you can do. Actually, they don't even talk about the apps on there. They're like, hey, this phone got a bunch of. We have 4G, which is BS. We have all this stuff that was said about us, but I don't think we even mentioned that we do apps and we do Blockbuster and whatever else is cool to do on an Android, because I honestly don't know at this point.
Right.
The ads aren't helping you guys. There's a reason. So
You're kind of angry tonight.
Yes.
I had a really rough day. Okay.
You know what, Rob? I'm angry with you.
Yeah.
Oh, snap, yo.
We were having a discussion, and you got up, took a phone call, and walked away as I was talking to you.
I did. Wow. I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah, you straight up answered your phone and walked away. You're like, screw you, I'm done with this, and you peaced out.
I had a very important phone call to address.
Uh-huh.
Did you, though?
Did you?
I did.
Rob is important people these days.
Yeah.
Uh,
Android Prime. Netflix.
Amazon.
Android Prime.
Android Prime.
The new phone from
from
HTC.
Yeah.
AJ's got a phone. See, anybody can put Android on something.
Yeah, I put it on the Android Prime.
AJ Consumer Products Inc.
I actually, I did that. And now you can go buy it. It's on Boost Mobile.
You can buy that for $1.
I can sum this story up quickly. No contest.
No, oh god, no.
Moving on.
There's no contest. I have Amazon Prime. I almost did it too.
Yeah.
Does anybody else here have Prime? Has anybody been able to check? Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm eager to try it.
I dropped it because I was very excited when I heard the rumors of this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it. I think I was the only one excited about it.
Because you're the only one who had an actual Prime
I already
account.
put my $79 down on it, so I can get toilet paper in 2 days anytime I want. But I looked it up.
Have you heard of a grocery store?
You have to
They
move
closed
to go
the one
to
in my neighborhood.
It's my neighborhood too.
Yeah.
Whoa,
You
hey,
feel my pain.
hey! I'm gonna have to ask both of you to calm down.
Look at him. He's behind the microphone. And he thinks he's in control.
I am in control. You see this?
Hey,
Watch this. I just turned you down. You
hello?
cannot talk. You cannot talk.
Hello, I'm here on the couch.
I'm in control. Are you gonna be nice?
I'm in a blizzard.
Are you gonna be nice?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So,
That was a great Jim Cantori impression.
I'm in a blizzard. It's windy.
anyways.
Sounds a lot like
Okay.
Oh, so I popped in and it's like, okay, 5,000 titles, which I think Netflix is up to 12,000, maybe? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Honest.
A lot of similar titles. Like I saw Food Inc. was on the front page. The entire Woman Who with the Dragon Tattoo series was on there. Although they have the English dubbed versions, which Netflix only has the subtitles. Am I still down a little bit? You check my.
Check that level.
I don't feel as high as I. Was.
You're fine. You
I
sound
don't
fine.
feel as high.
Man,
Okay,
this is what happens when Sword gets from behind the boards.
I'm free.
You're no longer in control.
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, it's nice that you know there's this option, you know, and it's something else if you have a Roku player, be like, oh, here we go, you know, and who knows what deals they're going to get now that they do have this option, and you get a lot more for your $79 than just movies, which is, by the way, for a year a bit cheaper when they broke it down monthly than Netflix.
Well, of
Yeah.
course it's cheaper than Netflix. It's Amazon.
Well, yeah, but
They have
just plus you get free 2-day shipping with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
that's
free 2-day
tremendous.
shipping is what I mean. Like I as we have discussed in the past, I have a Prime account through a special avenue that I haven't paid for. But I tried out Prime when it first started. They were giving it away for a while, and
Rob's a hooker.
I wonder.
I am not a
I wonder
hooker.
if he got that special account through a chance meeting he had in an elevator one time.
It's not an elevator. It was a dinner party.
What kind
So-
of tattoos were you showing off?
Wow.
All right.
But at $79, like I order things from Amazon all the time, sure, but it's basically $79, and I get things sooner than I would otherwise, considering that a lot of items that you buy from Amazon, if they're sold by Amazon more than $25, you get free Super Saver shipping or whatever you get in a week. So it's, do you want to spend $80 to get it faster? But like the answer to that question for me, nah, not necessarily. I'll pay the premium every once in a while, but am I willing to pay $80 to get that and 5,000 streaming movies? Now we're in business.
It's a value add. That's all it is.
It is
It's
a value add,
Who
absolutely.
cares if it's not as much as Netflix? I'm getting. It's not like, you know, I'm getting Netflix. I'm getting my movies on my Xbox, which I have to pay a subscription for on top of that. And I can get a disc in the mail. This is well, I can get my movies, and if it's not on streaming, I can get it in 2 days. You know,
Right.
at a pretty good price because Amazon's got really good prices.
I got
Yeah.
a good price.
I was like, hey, I've always wanted to. Some people are gonna laugh at me. I've always wanted to get the Daredevil director's cut. I've never seen it, right? I picked it up for like $3, got it in 2 days. It was great.
You love Ben Affleck.
Hey, Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms.
Wow.
That's true. They were not lying about that.
Listen,
What?
They were not lying.
There-
I went and saw
but
Phantoms
It
because
was
of
really
that
weird when
line.
Chachi
Listen.
stepped right up to that
Chachi's
microphone
like-
because my voice.
No, it was me.
Chachi's voice just popped
Yeah.
into my head. and I'm
Chachi
like,
said-
what happened?
Chachi said,
this
"Don't
is God
Ch-
speaking.
Chachi says, "Don't forget about Mallrats."
So,
Alright.
yeah,
Chasing Amy.
Chafing Amy.
there's no value added service for me. I don't order things from Amazon that often. I
Okay.
don't need to pay $80 a year
Okay.
for free 2-day shipping.
What if you got Angry Birds without ads?
If I got Angry Birds without ads, I would pay $80 a year for
Boom!
that service.
In Prime. There you go. You're missing out on the market.
But yeah, no, I'm sorry, Netflix. It's gonna destroy this.
Can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
jump? Can we jump topics here for?
Oh,
a
wait,
second?
but I can
Not-
say,
sort of.
if anybody is going to give a run for the money and has it behind them to get the studios to rally, because there's a lot of stuff on there already for pay, but a little bit of deal swapping, because it's like Amazon is the Walmart of online distribution, of online
Wouldn't take
stores.
much.
Huh?
They absolutely have the distribution capabilities.
They have the pull. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Miramax, you're not going to give us some stuff. You know, you're not going to give us a few more streams. Then maybe we won't have such great prices in front displays of your movies anymore.
Right.
You know, kind of like the Walmart end cap factor.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we won't recommend it to all those people that would definitely buy your DVDs so much. You know, I mean, I think that's something that could happen, and it could pull in a lot more stuff.
For those of you who actually do want to take on Netflix and have $290 million just sitting around, go buy Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
I have a counter offer.
Yes.
I will give them $20.
Is that what you?
Isn't that what you just bid
they-
last week
they-
on MySpace.com?
No, yeah, say
Well,
MySpace
no,
said they'll take a good offer.
Wait, with MySpace, I got all of you guys to pitch in with me, and we were
Yeah,
bidding.
yeah.
We were giving them
These
$40
guys-
a piece.
These guys want $290 million.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I'll
It's,
give them $20.
I mean, what are you gonna do with that? You know, I think Amazon should buy it.
Well, I'm wondering if because they sold rights to the Blockbuster name to the company that's running their kiosks and their online service.
Yes, the red
Yeah.
box, the blue, like I call it, the blue box service.
The blue box, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this $290 million or whatever is including those rights. Because if it's including those rights, then the people who run the blue boxes might be in line to buy them.
Why not? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the money is absolutely not for the Blockbuster store franchise where you can go grab some sweet VHS titles.
I would buy it and rename it Movie-Ette.
Well, I mean, if anybody is going to actually buy this from third party, like outside of the blue box, it's going to be just for the name. That's it. Like there's obviously no money in the storefronts. It's done.
Yeah, it is done. It's Blockbuster has been done for a while.
Oh, yeah.
The next one to follow is going to be our local Family Video. That's gone too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Hollywood Video fell last year.
Yeah, Hollywood Video's gone.
The video rental stores in cities especially
Yeah.
are going to just go right down the tubes because Netflix just destroyed the
Right.
market.
Yeah, there's no reason for those to exist anymore.
Yep.
And that's kind of sad because they used to be a really good place where if you didn't want to drop $200 to $300 at the time, $200 to $300 on the new gaming system, you could go pay $15,
Yeah,
rent
I
it
know.
for a few days, get your use out of it, and take it back.
I know a few friends that would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go rent a Genesis or a PlayStation because it was like $400 for a PlayStation, which is ridiculous in 1996."
Right.
So-
I
I
bought that.
I know a guy. I knew a guy that bought it. I was like, "Oh, we were hanging out at your place."
I just saw my Super Nintendo. No, I didn't sell my Super Nintendo. But anyways.
I didn't even
But,
buy a game. We're just playing the demo disc that came with it, and we rented stuff from the video shop.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
great.
I rented, I think the Sega CD. I rented that from the video store. And
Yo,
didn't-
how many-
You not to buy.
Right. Just to see what it was like.
Night Trap.
Chachi,
What?
Yeah.
can we sing?
We should sing.
Let's sing right
Yes.
now.
So yesterday was the 25th birthday of Legend of Zelda. So if you want to sing along with us,
All right, go ahead.
What?
All right.
Wait, that's copywritten.
What, happy birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sing that.
We could,
It's your
Happy
birthday.
birthday
Oh,
to you. Ooh, ooh. Happy birthday to
It's your
you,
birthday.
you.
It's
Happy
your
birthday, dear Zelda.
it's your birthday.
Happy birthday. And that's all.
Yep. Woo!
Hooray for Interpol.
Yes.
Yes, pod safe birthday music. Here we go.
Yeah, I just made my own. What's up?
Yeah, it's the 25th. I keep wanting to say 21st. It's the 25th birthday of Legend of Zelda, my favorite game of all time. It's right there.
Bam! Right there.
Opposite that
Fuck.
one.
5, 6, 8's all in your face.
Man, he's gonna get so many
Yeah, so many
Oh,
job
shit.
offers.
So many job offers
Um,
coming.
Man,
So, yeah.
headhunters in the elevator, headhunters on the podcast.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Excuse me, sir. Do you need a new job? I saw your Zelda tattoo, and I realized it's been 25 years since somebody's gotten awesome off of that, so here you go. Here's some money. That's how that job offer's going down.
Wow. You can contact us at contact@awesomecast.com.
Awesome.
That's where you can contact us. We
Or-
have a phone number as
Yeah,
well.
you can give us a call, 724-25-ACAST. 724-252-2278.
Call us with your voice box,
Yes.
please.
And leave us voicemails at this real phone number.
Yes. We have a lot of fun with that on the Mayhem Show.
We do. And we could have a lot of fun here also.
Yeah, we could have fun. You should call us.
Yes.
You could
Also-
talk to us.
Yes.
Instead of
Also,
us just doing all the talking.
Please,
Yeah.
please remember, you can join us live at sorgatronmedia.com,
Yes.
as many of you have tonight.
Exactly.
Chilla579 up there in the chat room's been keeping us straight with the facts.
Yes.
Hot Wheels 23, the Silent Ninja, my bro, who helped us with Chachi Plays, Riz
Yes.
IUP, I see in here. I think Bobby JF Town.
Bobby FJ Town.
J-Town.
Please say the J Town.
J-Town?
J-Town.
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 He was bouncing around in there a little bit early.
And you can come check out our usual musings at www.awesomecast.com, where all this information is located, as well as past episodes.
Yes. And
So-
sorgatronmedia.com for everything else going on, including Chachi Says Video Cast.
Yes, the
That
vidcast.
guy over there.
Yeah, Chachi says.
He does stuff in parking garages.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It does sound bad.
You just talked
Man.
about Watson, man.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, you had a good discussion about Watson on your last episode.
Yeah, I
That was
did.
episode 22, so go check that out. ChachiSays.net. Is those
Yes.
posted up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go up.
It probably hasn't been. I
Okay, you're very good
dropped the
on
ball on that a
that.
little
Yeah,
bit.
That's your job. Okay, moving on.
We were getting awesome. Now we're awesome.
So,
Yeah.
AJ, thanks for joining us again.
Hey.
Thanks
Yes.
for coming 3 blocks and joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you up to, AJ? Anything?
Hanging on the internet, talking things,
AJ,
realizing the
eating-
power of Twitter. Oh yeah, I
Eating
ate
things.
well this week.
You eat real well.
I eat real well.
Looking at that, it's pretty tremendous. What was it? AJ Eats.
AJ Eats at WordPress or AJEats.wordpress.com. And you can follow the magic that is the food that goes into my mouth.
That sounds bad.
The food that goes into my mouth.
All right, Rob. What are you up to?
Stuff.
Knocking on windows. Pimping
Yeah.
Fair trade coffee.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm up to. No, I'm,
Yelling at baby
hanging out.
shows.
hanging out in the studio, playing with some really insanely high-powered projectors. And,
Don't stare directly into them.
I did that today, and that was dumb.
You need your eyeballs, Rob.
They have,
You need
these
to be
lenses
able to
have, a 60-foot throw, and, yeah, that hurt. And hey, remember how you sent me an email a month ago telling me to move the AwesomeCast.com to the new thing?
Yeah.
I did that 2 days ago.
Awesome. I gotta remember to start updating that now. Yeah, hey, we got a new AwesomeCast.com.
Yeah, how about that? I was
was
having an epic battle with Priority Inbox, and I saw a bunch of emails that I had missed, including that one.
I thought you've been stiffing me for a month here. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. He's mad. I was like, damn, he's mad because we didn't have that meeting. Damn.
Dang.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Sorg, what are you working on?
I'm admiring how Rob's I'm on the delay, but showing off his chesticles so he can pimp the baristas.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, that was a total accident. I'm
It
desperately
looks
sorry.
like you're like, hey, barista.
I'm not even drinking my Leinenkugels label out here. I mean, it's terrible.
Tremendous. And I had an unmarked cup for my RC Cola tonight myself, so that's me.
Slurp hard.
That's me not pimping RC Cola.
I was gonna rip the label off my
going-
cherry Coke.
What is going? You know what? I think I'm finally going to edit the Toonseum interview we did at the beginning of February.
Well, you were kind of busy at
I
the
was a
beginning
little
of
busy
beginning of
watching a
February.
gentleman play video games for 24 hours straight
Yeah.
and pondering my life in its direction. But it's for the kids, so it's good.
Right.
So look for that at sorgatronmedia.com. Please mind the mess, because I decided it was a good idea to try to put a wiki on sorgatronmedia.com. If anybody out there is familiar with the WordPress wiki plugin and how to unwiki about 6 months worth of pages and posts, please let me know. It's you can hit me at Sorgatron on Twitter, and I would very much appreciate some help with that.
Okay.
WordPress is fun, folks. But the AwesomeCast.com is going to be working. So that you can go there and find everything you need to find, and you'll find this show.
We'll be working.
Just you might not be able to find the last 6 months of anything. Other than that, other than their usual points at awesomecast.flip.tv,
Right.
is a good place to find
That
us.
is a good place.
Ultimately.
So, let's go back to me.
Let's talk about Chachi.
So, like we talked about last year, Chachi Plays went extremely well. I found out of Wednesday of last week that it went better than I could have ever expected.
People noticed.
Yes.
People noticed, you could say.
People definitely noticed. To the point where I've received an email from my city council member's assistant saying that the city council would like to recognize me for my good deeds.
Nice.
Wow.
So on March 2nd at 10 a.m., I will be at the city council meeting where the entire council will make a proclamation in my honor.
Huh.
At 10 a.m.
Did you get the key to the city?
I don't
We
know.
think they're
Are they addressing you as Judge Walker?
No, even better. The email refers to him as Chachi.
She sends an email that says, "Hi, Chachi." And I call you that because it seems everyone does.
Nice.
That's the first line of the email. I'm like, that's fine. That completely works. So yeah, and the best part is, you're all invited.
Yes. From what we could tell, because I googled City Council Pittsburgh and proclamation, and I think they're going to declare a Chachi Day.
Yeah, they're gonna...
From what I can tell. So
we didn't get any of those actual details, so we're unsure of what's going
they're
on.
just like, hey, show up. There's a proclamation, which if they don't have a big scroll that they yell in the front of City Hall, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. So it better be a good announcement.
But I was instructed to bring whomever I wanted.
You're all invited!
So everyone is invited. 10 o'clock.
You're invited, and you're invited, and you're invited.
Everybody here gets to go to Chachi's proclamation!
Yeah!
Yeah, so March 2nd, City County Building downtown. I believe you have to check in with security. They'll tell you where to go.
Leave your guns and knives at home.
Right.
Yep.
At 10 a.m. 10-ish. I'm sorry, that's what she said. She said 10-ish.
City council works on their own schedule.
Right.
So at 11:30, join us.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
All right.
And I'll talk about that next week and the week after that. And then I'll stop talking
We
about it.
won't stop. We're going to have to cut him off.
No,
Can't stop, won't stop.
no, I'll remind people next week.
All right.
And then the week after, I'll let them know what the actual proclamation was, and I'll bring it on the show and let them gaze at it from afar. And then I'll stop talking about it. So, yeah, contact us. AwesomeCast.com.
I'm trying to get comfortable, and I almost put my arm out. Sorry.
Contact at AwesomeCast.com.
now.
This is the AwesomeCast, episode number, what, 39?
39.
39. And we'll see you next week.
We got awesome!